Grand Touring Motorsports started as a social group of car enthusiasts, but we've expanded into all sorts of motorsports disciplines, and we want to share our stories with you. Years of racing, wrenching, and motorsports experience brings together a top-notch collection of knowledge and information through our podcast, Break Fix.
Dearly beloved, we gather here tonight, not in sorrow, but in awe. While the world will remember Robert Duvall for movies like The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, Tender Mercies, and a resume that reads like the Library of Congress had a baby with the Oscars, we know the truth. His real masterpiece, his Sistine Chapel, his Hamlet, his Mount Rushmore, is carved from pure American horsepower. Yes, I am referring to Days of Thunder, a film where Duvall didn't just act, he laid hands on broken race cars like a southern fried automotive shaman, where he delivered lines with the gravitas of a man who had seen the face of God, and God was drafting at 200 miles per hour, where he taught a young Tom Cruise the sacred art of rubbing his racing, and somehow made it sound like scripture. So tonight, as we celebrate the life of Robert Duvall, we honor the role that defined a generation of gearheads, romantics, and people who think NASCAR pit strategy is a spiritual practice. We salute the man who could whisper to an engine like it was a wounded soldier, who could diagnose a blown piston ring with the same emotional weight most actors reserve for death scenes, and who proved once and for all that the greatest special effect in cinema is saying, "Let's build a race car." This is not a goodbye, this is a victory lap. A checkered flagged wave for the man who gave us the greatest racing mentor in movie history. Ladies and gentlemen, start your emotions, because tonight we remember Robert Duvall the only way that makes sense, through the roar of engines, the smell of burning rubber, and the eternal glory of Days of Thunder.
Yeah!
I gotta say, you need the music from the old Budweisers, like Real American Heroes.
Yeah.
Real American Heroes, here's to you, Mr. Days of Thunder pit crew manager.
Real man of genius.
He obviously stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
What an intro. We've never had an intro like this.
Very nice. Well, yeah. Gosh, how do I top that?
Good night. Good night, everybody. We're done. That was a great review. Excellent job, Tanya. You just
Days of Thunder.
The whole podcast.
Roll credits.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Izzy.
And we're with Everything I Learned from Movies. And tonight,
tonight.
we're obviously we're not alone for this one here from Everything I Learned from Movies.
What are you talking about, Steve?
I know.
Can you hear the voices too?
We have with us damn near the whole crew here of the Grand Touring Motorsports podcast. We have Eric, Brad, Mountain Man Mike, Mountain Man Dan, and of course, Tanya.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
This is another one we've been putting off for quite a long time. I am looking forward to this.
I'm assuming this is everybody's first time watching this movie.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like you
Oh,
never
100%.
watched it back in the early 90s or...
This wasn't on the Sunday afternoon like TV movie.
I still haven't seen it.
I've watched Driven, though. Is that close enough?
I watched Biker Boys instead, so I'm prepared to discuss Biker Boys only.
Was this your guys' first time seeing it? No.
No.
Yes.
No, first time in 35 years, but no,
Okay.
I had seen it like... And the thing was, I was watching it, and I'm like, oh my God, I know every single scene of this movie, and I haven't seen it since 1992 or something.
Yeah, but you have like a photographic memory.
I did, at
It
least.
You
sticks
did
with
until
you.
you got hit in the face with a... was it a Suburban?
The Ford Bronco 2.
Yes, the
Yeah,
Bronco 2, the Bronco 2, that's right. Because the Bronco 2 joke will never get old.
But you know what helps with my memory?
What's that, Steve?
My top.
It's Tom.
We have from Wasatch Brewing, the Devastator Doppelbock Lager, 8% alcohol by volume, one of my favorite beers. Had to do it for this movie because it's intense. Oh, babe, you don't even need a cup. You got your own.
God. And guys, the dog's at daycare.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna be able to sit for the whole movie until I have to pee.
that's right. only I will be making whiny noises to go outside and pee.
Steve, stop ringing the potty bell.
You guys drinking anything on your end in honor of Robert Duvall?
Mellow Yellow.
I had Mellow Yellow yesterday, actually. I forgot to save it for tonight. Dang it. But I lost my cup, too.
You still got my rich energy.
The good news is you can just recycle it.
don't have anything to drink, but I'm celebrating with some Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
I'm glad you finished that with cookies.
You know, I could run and get some ice cream real quick.
I had chocolate ice cream while watching.
Oh, look at that.
Mhm.
Well, we'll get to
Look,
that.
we all know that Mount Mandan is not rich enough to have real Girl Scouts. That's only reserved for the billionaires.
And only on the islands.
Oh,
Topical.
I'm drinking a Riesling out of a pint glass.
Oh,
Classy.
nice.
Classy.
Ooh.
We
Very
fancy
nice.
over here.
Yeah, see, so do you guys remember your first time watching this movie, or was it just one of those that was on TV? Like I don't know if any of us saw it in theaters or
I was in a parking lot. It was midnight, and me and the girl. Oh, your first time watching the movie. Sorry, I thought you meant
yeah. No, just your first time. Well, let's go around the room, starting with you, starting with Brad, and then my mom walked in. No, but, 1990s Days of Thunder. You guys might have heard of it from director Tony Scott.
Who's he, Steve?
Yeah, who's he? Yeah, guys, you know him. The Hunger, Top Gun. What? You don't say. Beverly Hills Cop 2, This, Last Boy Scout, True Romance, Crimson Tide, The Fan, Enemy of the State, Spy Game, Man on Fire, Domino, Deja Vu, The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, Unstoppable, Oops, almost all bangers.
wait, I thought this was a Bruckheimer film.
Well, he didn't direct it.
That doesn't. Nobody else matters. It's a Bruckheimer film.
Oh, Don Simpson would like to talk to you, sir.
I wrote down Jerry Bruckheimer. Boom.
the only name that matters.
Yep, Simpson and Bruckheimer. So, there's transforming robots all throughout this movie. But guys, the writers of this movie, pure Hollywood legends, like Robert Towne.
Who's he, Steve?
Well, babe, we talked about him recently because you might remember him from The Last Woman on Earth.
Whoa.
He was the third guy in that Throttle.
He was the third guy?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
And then he started writing, classics like Chinatown, Orca.
Chinatown's a movie I saw when I was way too young.
Yeah.
I watched that when I was like 6.
Said anyone who's ever seen Chinatown, I was way too young for this.
I think I'm still too young to watch it.
Right. But he also wrote Orca, Greystoke, Lord of the Apes.
Orca the Killer Whale?
Orca the Killer Whale.
Orca the Killer. Have you guys seen Orca the Killer Whale?
Of course not.
Probably not because there's no cars in it.
Thanks.
We're not one-dimensional.
He also wrote Mission Impossible, right?
Mission Impossible and Mission Impossible 2. But hey, we can't win them all, am I right? And The Firm.
Okay.
But there's another writer on this movie, guys. Thomas Cruise.
Oh, who's he, Steve?
Well, he's basically wrote this
I didn't know that.
and an upcoming SpaceX project to be released the next 5 years or whatever. But you've probably seen him act in a handful of things like Tropic Thunder.
Oh,
Obscure
okay.
things like Tropic Thunder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tropic
that
Thunder. I'm trying to think of like an obscure Tom Cruise movie, but there really isn't any.
Oops, all bet.
Night and Day.
Former SCCA, former Trans Am racer, Tom Cruise.
That's right. He raced with Paul Newman.
Yeah.
He wasn't very good, apparently.
What?
That's why he just was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to buy myself a Russian bomber jet? What is it? What is the plane he owns? One of the planes he owns.
Well, according to Tropic Thunder, it's a G5.
Well, there you go.
G5.
Well, I do go to Tropic Thunder for all of my super accurate information.
Les Goldman is one of my favorite characters. I'm just gonna say.
She does drink lots of booty sweat.
It's true.
Tom Cruise also stars in this movie, guys.
What?
He's the one playing Cole Trickle. The writer of the movie has a cameo in this movie.
That never happens. Cameo.
Like not every single scene of the movie.
Like he's not just cowering in the shadows of other when other characters are talking.
Who's that little guy in the corner? I don't mind him. We don't talk to him much.
Wait, Steve, how tall is Tom Cruise?
I don't know.
You're the guy who knows celebrity heights.
5'2". I'll throw it out there. I don't know.
Do you over under? Does he come up to your belt or your nipples?
Oh
I
my
didn't
God.
stand next to him. I didn't put him up on my shoulder and help him reach the top shelf. I
You could though, right?
mean, I don't know. He's probably a little bigger than that.
He's 5'7".
You guys.
Oh, is that on the internet?
So do you guys think that Nicole Kidman's taller than me?
I don't know how tall you are. I've never met you.
I'm 5'7".
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I
I do
think
think Nicole Kidman's taller than you.
Yeah, she's got to be like 6 foot, right?
I thought she was, but she's actually 5'11".
I mean, she's Australian.
I was about to say, I think she's 5'11".
Are we sure that's not like metric conversion or something? Like
It gets lost from Australia to here.
No, well, the problem is,
Yeah.
she's probably always in 3-inch heels, so she is seemingly 6 foot.
She's an Australian 5'11".
She's always in hills. Tom is always standing on a soapbox. Like they're the perfect power couple.
Yes, because they are the same height throughout the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. There's a couple of scenes where you can tell she's taller than him because they try to shoot it at weird angles. Specifically when like he's trying to do like his neurological tests.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's like the shots of them both supposed to be flat-footed. There's a reason why those are weird angles, y'all.
And he's trying to balance on top of a chair.
Well, one thing is, when you look it up online, what his height is, there's a thing right below it that says, is Tom Cruise actually 5'7"? And I clicked on that, and it brings up Tom Cruise stands approximately 5'7".
Oh my goodness.
It depends on if he's wearing his heels.
5'5".
There's approximately 7 billion people on this planet.
Yeah.
Give or take a bill.
Yeah, exactly.
But guys, Robert Duvall, as you mentioned, is in this movie. Tanya mentioned a whole bunch from a couple of ones I just want to throw in there. Gone in 60 Seconds. Always good. Open Range, Secondhand Lions, Deep Impact.
Lonesome Dove.
Yeah.
Lonesome Dove. There we go.
Gods and Generals, good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Has there ever been a movie that Duvall was in that wasn't good?
Oh, we do watch a lot of bad westerns with my mother.
Yeah, I say, hold on. I was trying to remember if he was like in Ghost Rider or something. Like, no, that's Henry Fonda.
Dude, Duvall would have added an extra star to that movie. So it would have had two stars because Nick Cage, Lambert, and Duvall equals 2 stars.
Oh, Lambert was in the second one.
That's right, he's in the second one.
And Idris Elba. But
Oh, that's right. So that one gets 2 stars as well.
At least, yeah. Speaking of 2 stars, Nicole Kidman as Dr. Claire Lewicki.
Yay.
You guys might know her from Moulin Rouge, Batman Forever, Far and Away, BMX Bandits, The Hours, Aquaman, The Northman, Practical Magic, Birth, Trespass, Bewitched, Cold Mountain, To Die For. Anybody else?
We might also know her as the woman formerly married to the writer of this particular movie who does a cameo.
She was married to Robert Towne?
Jerry Bruckheimer.
Yes. Also married to Tom Cruise at some point. Gosh, who else? We got Randy Quaid in this movie.
Yeah.
Carrie Ells, Michael Rooker.
Ells, it's Carrie Elways.
Elwes, whatever. It's
from Princess Bride.
Yeah, Carrie.
I know it.
Also,
and Saw.
What was it? The Christmas Castle?
Oh, yeah. Random Hallmark movies from time to time. Him and Brooke Shields.
That's one of the better Hallmark movies, okay?
Margot Martindale.
Yes.
John C. Reilly. Senator Fred Thompson.
Everybody's in this movie.
I think I wrote down a couple more in my notes, like, oh shit, it's...
I think the only person that's not really notable is the guy that plays Rowdy in this. You're like, who is that guy?
Michael Rooker?
What?
Michael Rooker?
Yondo or whatever? Yondu? Henry, Portrait of a Killer or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. A whole bunch of seasons of The Walking Dead.
Wait.
Oh, no, he was only in the first episode.
Did you not know who he was?
I mean, I've seen his face. I just never see him in anything that I watch.
Okay. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy also.
Eric's not a Marvel guy, though.
As what?
As the dude with the mohawk.
Star-Lord's Blue Daddy or whatever.
Yeah.
Yondu. With the whistle arrow thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah,
Sure.
come on now.
Yes, all of that is true.
Apparently he's not in many racing movies is what I'm hearing.
He's in this one and it's the only one that counts.
Or Hallmark Christmas movies, whatever Eric watches. I don't know. Michael Rooker and Brooke Shields in The Christmas Castle 2.
Guys, watch The Christmas Castle. It's so stupid, but also charming.
Speaking of, I took your recommendation from the last time we got together and I watched the knockoff movie with Van Damme.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we're here to talk about then. What did you think of Knockoff?
2 thumbs up over here. It was awesome.
It's so bad you can't stop watching it, right?
1000% it was. I digress.
All right, well, how'd you guys watch Days of Thunder? You have like your Blu-rays at home or...
So I do have the DVD. However, it didn't feel like firing up the only thing I could play it on, which would be the Xbox. It streams on Paramount Plus, so I watched it there.
Yeah, it is a Tom Cruise movie, so yeah.
Tanya's right there. I mean, what self-respecting car enthusiast doesn't have a copy of Days of Thunder on DVD? Granted, I have a copy of Tanya's copy of her DVD, but I watched it on Fandango.
Oh man, the DVD is like that's a dying heritage thing of ours.
That's why they don't make DVDs
They
anymore.
like you know how like UNESCO had like tries to protect the like intangible heritage things, like the copy of the CD, they're going away. We have to preserve our heritage. It's like cursive.
Right there next to mixtapes. What are we talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, babe, when was the last time somebody gave you a mixtape?
I also failed to mention I did not watch the movie alone.
Oh, he made his kids watch it.
I watched it with Brad, and I brought the sweet and low packets.
Oh my. Wow.
Don't lie. You watched it. I was looking through your window with binoculars. I was channeling my inner Tanya watching it that way.
Hey, but we did have ice cream. We did have ice cream.
Nobody invited me over.
We had ice cream. We shared a meal at B-Dubs and then went home and watched it.
We did. It was nice. It was a good time.
It was nice, very sensual. Yeah.
Tender moment.
Very, very well backlit and
We had to pause a couple times.
Did you find a fireplace?
Again, sweet and low packets. I'm telling you. We'll get there.
it works every time.
He showed me how to draft.
Yeah.
Gotta get prepared for this racing season.
Oh, yeah. Robin was racing that night.
So speaking of racing, all right, we hit play.
Wow, my heart's racing now.
Music Montage City.
Yeah, we get a nice shot of the track at sunrise, and I don't know. Have you guys ever been to a racetrack before?
What's a
No,
racetrack?
never.
Okay. I was just curious. Like to me, this I might as well have been looking at like I don't know Middle Earth because I'm like, oh yeah, okay, there's a road, there's bleachers on the side. Okay, must be a parade or something coming along. I don't know.
I will say the opening shot with the music montage and the shots of Daytona and
Oh, dude, the Confederate flags, the cigarettes, the beer, the Richard Petty. I'm like, fucking 80s, let me in.
I was like, well, those flags didn't age well.
This is childhood right here.
My goodness.
I was telling Steve, like, I didn't watch a ton of like NASCAR and that, but when I did, it was like during the time period in which this is all shot. And one of our friends would throw a Indy 500 party, like the way like people do like the Kentucky Derby parties.
Yeah.
We'd all go over to their house and like basically the TV would be on mute for until like the last 10 laps, but we'd all get together and there'd be beers and snacks and all of that.
You know, and the sad part, Izzy, I'm on the other side. I feel like I never left this era of NASCAR because I can't name 3 current NASCAR drivers, but I can tell you everything that happened back then.
We tried doing that too. I'm like, I think Kyle Busch is still driving, or did he retire?
Is he a coach
like,
now?
Jeff Gordon, is he dead? Like we were seriously like, I'm sure Earnhardt Jr., maybe the third now. I don't know. I haven't really paid attention.
Like, I don't even know what app or channel or website
Fox.
they would go to watch it. Oh,
It's got to be on Fox.
If you thought one of the names from back then, the last names, there's a chance they have a racing team or affiliated with a current racing team or something like that. But as for drivers, it's like good luck naming any of the new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Gibbs is still around, right?
Oh, man. Wow. There's a pull. Joe Gibbs.
It's a football coach. That's why I know it. But yeah, guys, we got a race. It's race day. We meet Rowdy. What's his last name? Rowdy
Piper.
Yeah, Rowdy Piper. Yeah.
Rowdy Burns.
Rowdy Burns. That's his name. But yeah, Rowdy Piper. Michael Rooker. He takes out Richard Petty during the race or whatever, and I'm like,
the king dirty.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Richard signed off on that.
But did we actually see Richard Petty, or they just said it was Richard Petty?
No, he was there when they were like interviewing the guys. He had a cameo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have to go back and I didn't notice it because I was like, I thought Petty was done by that point racing. Maybe not. Maybe just thereafter, but still. Anyway.
1990?
I think he was wrapping up.
He was starting his acting career.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Him and Sam Elliott were going to have like a little spin-off.
Oh my God.
And a love child.
Days of Mustache.
And the coloring of the car for him that he pushes him off track on, I couldn't help but to get the feel of it was like a kind of throwback to Earnhardt being known as the Intimidator, being aggressive, pushing people off track and stuff.
Hard to be a throwback when Dale was still relevant at the time.
It was like they threw it out there as a subtle, comparison.
But yes, I think it was intentional.
Well, if you think about the rest of the drivers that were in the movie and the names that were used, Earnhardt didn't show up. So you could say that Rowdy was Earnhardt in some respects. But the question is, who was Tom Cruise then? Was he like Dale Jarrett or something?
Dick Trickle.
Dick
No, I
Trickle.
think he was supposed to be Jeff Gordon.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Gordon came around for another year or two. Like, he was very Jeff Gordon from what I could
that makes sense.
What limited knowledge I have. But, California boy coming on down.
There was a great quote there as they're talking about him. Did you catch that? It's Duvall and Quaid are talking at some point.
Oh, when we leave the race to cut to a random farm in Charlotte for some reason?
It's there. Yeah, exactly. And he's like, is he a Yankee? No, he's from California. And if you're California, you're not really anything. And I was like, what? What are we talking about here?
It's some good old boys. From what I understand, Quaid owns a few used car lots or something, but he wants to start a racing team. And so he goes to the old vet, Robert Duvall, who's retired from the sport.
Another good quote from Duvall when they're on the farm. He says, worse things than spreading a little fertilizer. And I'm like, there's some good one-liners in this movie. I'm telling you, classic writing.
And retired definitely not because of investigation. The Nick Saban route, we like to call it in other sports. What other people can pay now? Well, shit, I'm retiring.
Implications.
Exactly. I need you to come back for, one more job, one more good race, or
one more
got this kid. I just need you to build a car for him. All right. This kid from California, they don't have the car built yet. Still wants to see what kind of driver he is, so they borrow Rowdy's car. And then Tom Cruise comes rolling in straight off the set of Top Gun. On a motorcycle and everything.
Well, he did switch the crotch rocket to a cruiser, though.
I didn't even pay that much of attention to the bike. I just knew he was on a bike.
He looks funny on a cruiser.
Yeah, he does, because he's so small. We covered
it. Yeah, like it might be a little too big for him.
It's like a kid on a big wheel.
All 5'7" of Tom Cruise. Wink, wink.
The towering man that is Tom Cruise.
He's got his little pedal risers on there so he can pop the clutch if need be.
He's used to being a backpack.
Where's my basket?
So then they start arguing about borrowing Rowdy's car, which I thought was all arranged and that whole kind of thing, right? I thought it was really funny. At some point, they ask him about his experience.
Yeah.
Basically, he's got none.
Yeah, I saw it on ESPN. What?
You can learn a lot on ESPN. I'm like, excuse me?
Even I'm skeptical at that point. Forget being good old boy in this California Yankee or whatever. I'm like, I'm sorry, you've never driven a professional stock car? Can't be too different from these other things. I assure you it is.
10 years later, it would have been video games.
Yeah. It would have been F1 the movie or whatever.
Yeah, I played it on Forza.
Gran Turismo, that's it.
Did anybody pick up that Randy Quaid was bitching about how much it cost to rent the track? Did you hear what he said?
It was $2,500 or something like that?
Yeah, to rent the track.
An hour?
For the day.
Oh, for the day.
I was like, my God, it's so cheap. It's so cheap even with inflation.
Yeah, we have to remember gas is 79 cents a gallon, and if you made $19,000 a year, you could buy 3 houses.
Yeah, Desert Storm hadn't started yet.
Not to take too much of an off-ramp here, but Brad pointed something out to me about this point in the movie that I never realized before, right? So we mentioned we were talking about the people that were in the movie, John C. Reilly. I'm sure we'll get to this at some point. John C. Reilly was in Talladega Nights.
Sure
he plays the exact same character. Literally the exact same character.
More or less, but he's a driver. But Brad goes, look at the helmet. And I'm like, wait, what? Brad, do you want to explain the rest of this look at the helmet thing you told me?
To me, it looked like it was the same kind of red, white, and blue as the Old Spice helmets that he was wearing in Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights basically
shake and bake
this movie off.
Yes, it's a parody of this movie, right?
And this movie ripped off Top Gun. May the circle be unbroken.
Show me the sweet and low packets in Top Gun.
Yeah.
That's the volleyball scene.
Oh
yeah. Who needs sweet and low when we got full stickers?
Yeah, so what happens here? Yeah, so they're like, hey, come on, take a chance on me. Let me show you what I can do. And they're like, all right. He goes out there, he does a 31-second lap or whatever, which is apparently pretty dang good. He starts asking I heard you got fired by your last sponsor or whatever, and He's like, yeah, we don't need to talk about that. I just need a car, man. I can drive. I can drive. Come on. And then we cut to Harry just sweet talking the frame of a car saying, oh, baby, I'm going to be so good to you. I'm going to make you so fast. Oh, you ain't even going to love it. Talk about like Burgess Meredith in a jet.
Thank you. That's what I wrote down. I wrote down the last chase! Exclamation
Yeah.
point.
Oh, babe, you let me inside of you. We're going to go places.
He wasn't creepy though.
Wasn't it though?
Burgess Meredith was creepy. He was creepy.
No, it was.
Yes.
I mean, we all talk to inanimate objects like that, right? Just
all the time.
I'm more of a like, you stupid piece of shit,
Yeah.
don't you die on me now!
no, please just start, baby. I swear I'll get you a tune-up. Just start this one time for me, please.
Just turn on.
just turn over. You ain't even got to be smooth. You just got to get me off this freeway, please.
Us in the van the other day.
Yeah. God damn it.
It's like Nicolas Cage and Eleanor Gone in 60 Seconds, patting the dash, like, start for me, start for me.
There you go.
But, we get a nice little building montage where they get the car all ready for the track. Sponsored by Chitty Chevy.
That's right. Lemon Lime.
No, City Chevy, I guess that's Quaid's place.
And now we're at Phoenix International Raceway.
Yeah, and we get to the race, and of course, Rowdy's trade paint.
Yeah.
And that's where we find out rubbing is racing, baby. Rubbing is racing.
Gospel according to Robert Duvall. Rubbing is racing.
I don't watch a lot of racing because I've got better things to do. Do they like sandwich the other cars and like knock them all over the track and stuff like it's portrayed in this movie? Because that seems dangerous.
They'll go 3 abreast, but it's usually not ping pong.
Oh,
It's not ping pong like you saw in the movie. That was very much exaggerated, obviously for the drama and for the excitement.
I mean, I believe they call that a dramatization.
Yes.
yeah, dramatization like skipping 300 laps.
Yeah.
But they do go 3 wide and stuff. So yeah, that's true.
I believe the term was 3 abreast, like Total Recall.
Yes.
But it was also a different time back then in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was asking too, because I know nowadays it's like, oh, they incidentally touched, that's like a 2-race suspension, or it's not quite that extreme, but it's like it's very much like safety in mind since
I'm thinking of it like basketball, babe. Oh, he touched that guy, suspended for 2 games.
I mean 83 goddamn points for Bam. Anyway. But yeah, I just know it's like a lot more like, all right, bring out the warning flag. We're gonna have half this race with the warning flags and stuff like that. Like ever since Dale Earnhardt may or may not be the Rowdy Burns of this movie, since he passed in a questionable means, it's like, well, okay, triple down on the safety.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I don't know if like 70s and 80s it was more like, oh yeah, they had 6 shooters and we're allowed to pop them every once in a while, just
it's a wild
just to
west.
assert dominance.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Babe, I think I have a way to bring us all back to racing.
Death Race 2000, absolutely.
Yep.
I do recall races back then where after the races were done and there was contact out on the track, there were fights in the paddocks afterwards.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Before NASCAR started getting strict and not allowing that sort of actions from the drivers, it happened somewhat regularly.
Because NASCAR's pussies is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, sure.
Sponsors,
Sponsors are pussies. That's what I'm hearing. That's why. Who are we?
Well, yeah, now they're not smokes and beer and whiskey and welcome to the Crown Royal 400 or whatever.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Marlboro 400, where it's going to end.
Winston Cup Series, you say?
It's with bare buckle boxing.
Yeah. We're down to the last 5 drivers, but now they're putting on the gloves, dipping it in broken glass and going at each other.
So this is where another one of my favorite lines comes from in the movie. So as you mentioned, he's kind of bouncing off of everything or hitting everything. They kind of montage all his wrecks through this whole first part here. One of the races, he comes into the pit and Duvall walks up to him and he's like, I want you to hit the pace car. And he's like, what? He goes, go out there and hit the pace car. It's like, why do you want me to hit the pit? Because you hit everything else out there and I want you to be perfect. I'm like,
I love it. I love it so much.
During this montage of all of his wrecks and stuff, I'm like, I'm dumping his ass if I'm Randy Quaid. Like,
right?
like this guy doesn't know what he's doing, or maybe they're just targeting him or whatever, California boy, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I'm still like, I don't know, man. Doesn't seem to be having the return.
Was it now or later in the movie when someone on the pit crew was talking about, oh, well, this panel's still nice, and then Duvall walks up and puts his boot in it?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, no, that's at the end of the montage at night,
Yeah.
and it's Buck. It's John C. Riley points out. He's like, "Look at that panel. We don't have to fix it." And Duvall puts his boot right in there, and John C. Riley's like, "Why'd you do that?" And he goes, "I don't want you to be spoiled, Buck." It's like, oh my god.
yeah.
I love at that point, but when at the montage, Robert Duvall's character has basically just given up. And he's like, "Yeah, it's a freight train. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy it." So he's sitting there eating the damn popsicle alongside of the track while he's there sitting in the chair talking
You're
to him.
taking Eric's thunder.
Dude, it's my favorite scene of the whole movie.
I need to pit. I need to pit. No, you can't pit. We're busy.
Oh, you busy?
What you doing? We're eating ice cream. You're welcome to come on in and get yourself some.
Come down here and get some ice cream. It's like, holy shit.
And then Quaid's like, "Come on, you guys, you look like a monkey fucking a football."
Dude, now I know where I got that phrase from. I got it from
Yeah.
this movie. I never realized that.
Same here.
And the best part is, all of this stuff happens in like the first 15 minutes. In my mind, having not seen this movie in like 30 years, I thought it happened like throughout the movie. Like it's like, oh yeah, this scene's coming and that scene and the ice cream scene. No, it's in the first 15 minutes. It's like, holy shit.
My overall feeling of this movie, the first 15 minutes and the last 7 minutes. All I remember about this movie, I remember some things from the hour and 20 minutes in between, but it's like, oh, yeah, head injury, cool. All right, drama. I don't need that shit. I need the Bruckheimer. You know what I mean? I need to be fighting some Russian MiGs.
See, but the way you described it is just like watching a NASCAR race back then. The first 15 minutes were exciting. You kind of fell asleep in the middle, and you watched the last 7 minutes for the checkered flag. Boom!
Yeah, there you go.
You just explained racing right there in a nutshell.
It's a metaphor.
I guess about 7 or 8 years ago, I went to my first NASCAR race live. Well, only one I've been to live because I was invited as a guest. And no lie, the first 5 minutes, epic. Then I was like, okay, I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs for like an hour. And then it's down to like the last 10 laps and they start racing hard again. And I'm like, okay. And then it got interesting.
Yep.
The rest of them, I'm like, now I understand why NASCAR fans drink as much as they do. It's to kill time.
Yep.
And that's just racing in general. It's the same way at Rolex 24, at an F1 race. You know, it's a 90-minute race. You watch the first few laps, and then you walk around the paddock and the vendors, and then you're like, oh, there's 10 laps left. All right, let's go watch.
At least with the multiple turns, I think there's more excitement than going in a circle.
Yeah, I hear what you guys are saying. They should all be demo derbies with like that figure 8 track and everything.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
simply cut it down to 20 lap total, start to finish. They're hauling ass like dirt track and NASCAR originally was.
Yeah, they should all be sprint races.
Yeah, 100%.
Ooh, or those the 3-car trains or whatever, where you got the driver up front, the empty one in the middle, and the brake guy in the back.
Yeah, that sounds safe.
No, it's not safe at all. That's why it's awesome. No, that's why it's like at the county fair or some shit, you know?
Have you seen the one where the one car is waddled on top, the other one, and the person on top is steering, and the person on the bottom is controlling the
Top gear.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Safety is questionable.
Much like the bar scene that comes after this.
But guys, we got a problem. Tom Cruise, he can't finish the races because he keeps crashing. His car's getting fucked up. He just can't communicate with Harry. It's like they're talking completely different languages. I don't know what it is. But hey, if we don't get a good sponsor, we're done, guys. We got to learn to trust one another. That's what it's about, trust. And so we cut to a bar where trust is ironed out because that's just how men do it. Harry and Cole, Tom Cruise and Robert Duvall, they're chatting. And we find out Tom's dirty little secret. He doesn't know shit about cars.
Yeah.
Like the terminology. Like, oh, you talk about like taking a wedge and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I feel you, Tom. I don't know shit about cars. But you know what? I'm not a NASCAR driver.
Well, neither was he before this either, so.
Yeah.
He drove Outlaws. They don't talk about cars on ESPN, apparently.
True about the fact that he saw it on ESPN, and that's the best way to keep track of NASCAR, just the 5-minute highlights on ESPN.
I assume that's why this is a sequel to Top Gun, because he's been a fighter pilot for so goddamn long. He doesn't know anything about cars, but he's like, I just gotta go fast, and motorcycles just aren't doing it for me.
But you know what I appreciate about this movie, though? It's for every scene like the bar scene that is, let's say, a little bit more serious or a little bit more dramatic or a little bit more intimate. There is some sort of comedy that comes right behind it. So what they did here is they gave you a little bit of exposition. They told you Tom Cruise doesn't know shit about cars. And Robert Duvall's like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, I got you, sucker. And they go into that very next race, and he's out there and he's running like crap. Robert Duvall gets on the radio and he's like, I just need to tell you, you are match perfect and staggered special. And he's like, what? He's like, the tires, they are match perfect and staggered special. And he's just making shit up. Complete bullcrap. But then Tom Cruise goes out and turns, the Miracle Mile, and it's the end of the story. So for me, I love that little bit of comedy that comes after the serious, and you start to see that pattern develop throughout the movie from this point forward. And I think that's actually fantastic.
It's a great mentor learning experience for him as Robert and him, especially later in the movie where he's like, you got special tires. You can make this turn. He's like, you don't do that turn. You got it. Take it on the high side. You got special tires. And it's because he told him that, he believed it. So he's like, okay, I'm going to do it.
Exactly.
Robert Duvall's thinking, okay, I just killed this kid, but.
And with that, guys, guess what? He got his first win. Oh, shit. We got a sponsor. Life's good. Roll credits, guys. What do we think of... Oh, wait, this is just the first day of Thunder.
Uh-huh.
We have multiple days to go. Yeah, they got their new sponsor. What was it? Superflow Motor Oil or whatever.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And we get the story about Cole's last sponsor, like racing team or whatever, why he got dropped. Because real asshole and blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, it's my dad. and this is all in the back of the trailers. They're going on to the next race or whatever.
Yep.
But whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the police. They're getting pulled over. All right, man, get out of there, get out of there. And I'm like, and when they were saying the whole, like, all right, line up. Oh, what's this? What's this, booze? Like, yeah, we're not driving. That's all I'm thinking. Like, I'm allowed
That's still technically an open container in a vehicle.
They're in the trailer.
In California, that would be considered an open container in a vehicle.
Babe, I think they're in, like, one of the Carolinas or something.
In Utah, that would be considered an open container in a vehicle.
Well, okay. You got me there.
I always questioned whether or not it was legal alcohol to have because he had the mason jar, so I was curious if it was shine.
I noticed that too.
Anytime they're drinking out of the mason jar, I'm like, okay, that's shine.
Mhm.
Period.
Yeah.
No, it's water. No, it's shine.
It's shine.
They're using it to take paint off later, like
Yeah, exactly.
like, oh, this mellow yellow is a little rough. Let's get this off here. But yeah, they get lined up, and one of the officers gets a little handsy with Cole and starts grabbing that cucumber he's obviously shoved in his pants.
Rolling nickels.
And like, what's this? What's this here? A concealed weapon? What's this?
What is she, Jack Skellington? What's this? What's this? Do.
It's throbbing in my pants. No, but but yeah. Then Lady Cobb starts going wee wee weep wee wee weep and stripping or whatever. No Lil Wayne fans? That's cool. I'm the only one.
Are you even a fan of Lil Wayne, or do you just like making fun of him?
Maybe.
See, serious scene, funny scene. See, now we're flip-flopping again. It's good stuff.
That was a throwback to 1980s porn.
I was a throwback to Cannonball Run.
Yes, true.
Oh yeah, that wasn't Cannonball Run.
And Stroker Ace, the same thing, right? Because that's the movie that if we do that Succession thing, where if we work backwards, Talladega Nights is Days of Thunder. Days of Thunder goes back to Stroker Ace. Another movie we should review, but we'll just leave it there.
Yeah, she was trying to give him a Stroker Ace. But so yeah. So we're at the next race, and Tom Cruise, he's rubbing with Rowdy, and man, there's a big old crash up in front, big like 8-car pile up or whatever, a lot of smoke. They go on through there, woo, fucking Tom Cruise hits the gas. Woo.
With his special tires.
That's the Days of Thunder move. It's sort of like in Star Trek, you got the Riker maneuver. This is the Days of Thunder move. Like, you see a big smoke cloud, you can't see shit through it, visibility is negative. Yeah. What do? You downshift and you floor it and you hold on.
You straddle that chair and sit in it.
Yeah.
What are we talking about, the Riker maneuver?
You say, Jesus, take the wheel. Just go for it, right? I mean, that's the Days of Thunder.
Stay high. You stay high and you hit the throttle.
So again, that's where I'm like, all right, warning flag comes out, all the cars stop. We sit around drinking beers for 20 minutes while they clear out the track. No, we just got through that shit. Smash cut to them being in a wreck and being life flighted out of there. We're at the hospital and we see Dr. Kidman for the first time. And again, I'm thinking about 80s porn. No. But Cole the whole time's like, oh, I can't see. Guys, I can't see. Like, all right, let's get you to a CAT scan, mate. Look, okay. In her first couple of scenes, it's like, okay, she's covering up her Australian accent a little bit. But then about the end of the second act, it's like all coming out and it's It's BMX Bandits all over again.
And what's her last name supposed to be? Something like Polish or whatever. It makes no sense.
Yeah, Lewicki.
Yeah,
Dr.
I was like,
Lewicki.
whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, it's basically she's like, oh, you got a concussion, mate. She's like asking Robert Duvall about the helmet. Like, was it cracked? Did it have scratches in the front and the back? And blah, blah, blah. And he's like,
Scuffs on the front and the back, I think.
I don't know, man. I'm not checking out that burning death trap we pulled him out of. You know, the next morning, Tom Cruise can see again. It's okay, everybody. It's not going to be about him learning to live without sight. Days of Thunder. Don Simpson, Jerry Bruckheimer production. Turns into My Left Foot for an hour. No.
That's great.
Ballsy, but you know, he saw Daniel Day-Lewis in My Left Foot and is like, I can get an Oscar. But the next morning he can finally see again, so now he sees Lady Doctor for the first time, and of course he's like, okay, all right, there's no way this Australian supermodel's my goddamn neurosurgeon. And
I got a little something to show you.
And takes her hand and puts it on his shaft, and she's like, I'm not impressed.
Mediocre.
Yeah. She gives the Immortan Joe mediocre.
All of Steve's Australian accents are from episodes of Bluey. Every single one, it sounds like the
You
characters
guys,
from
it's
Bluey.
worse than that. Steve's never seen an episode of Bluey. He's basically doing other podcasts.
I listen to a lot of podcasts, guys.
I thought he sounded like Rice Davies from Flight of the Conchords. Murray?
Little Kiwi in there. Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing the 4-finger discount, guys.
Yeah, pretty much.
And, who were the 2 Kiwi girls we used to podcast with?
Oh, yeah, Jocelyn and Emily. Fuck, what was the name of their podcast? They haven't done it in a while.
Like 4 years.
Yeah.
Jeez.
When you were doing the Australian accent there about her grabbing the shaft, the way you said it made me think of Crocodile Dundee, where the guy pulls a knife. He's like, you call that a knife?
Yeah, right.
There about you call that a cock?
Oh, Crikey, he's just a little koala beanie. Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's so cute to put you on my shoulder.
See, we know Nicole Kidman's Australian, not Kiwi, because she was in that movie, Australia.
That's true. But so was Hugh Jackman. Is he Australian?
I've heard rumor. I also heard rumor he enjoys song and dance.
All right, guys, now we play the game. Australian or Kiwi?
Eric Bana is Australian. I'm just leaving it. And he's a car guy. Just leaving it out there.
Carl Urban. Kiwi. I don't know.
Keith Urban.
Australian? Anyway, so we're done with that game. So where are we? Yeah, so that was embarrassing. Oh, I thought she was a stripper. Yoink, yoink, yoink.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, so yeah, Rowdy was involved in that crash too. So they're both in wheelchairs, and they're going to see their neurosurgeon. And of course, as anyone would do in a hospital, pushing wheelchairs side by side down the hallway. So absolutely no way, nobody can pass. But God damn it, we can race one another. Oh wait,
Races.
Aside from you two, Steve and Izzy, the rest of us here, when we're like 75 years old in the same hospital together, that scene is what we're going to be doing. So this is just real life foreshadowed right here.
You don't think Steve and I are going to be racing?
I'm just going to say, I've already done this and I'm not 75 years old.
Seems more like if I'm an orderly standing in the hallway and I see you guys coming at me, you better protect your grills because I'm diving at you.
Yeah, I would say Steve's more judging the nurses who were pushing them side by side.
Yeah, like no. Yeah, like the orderlies or whatever could have very easily diffused the situation by like, oh no, Mr. Cruz, you're back here. We're going single file so that, a hospital can operate around you too.
Can you imagine though if they had hit that little break on the back? He would have done like an endo and like just flipped off the wheelchair.
He gets another concussion going into the wall. His head pokes through into the ladies' bathroom. Oh!
Becomes Porky's.
Yeah, this turns into a goddamn teenage sex comedy for the last half of the movie while talking about brain trauma. So yeah, they race and the doctor's sitting there waiting as they're like slapping each other, like trying to push each other away. And like, all right, well, we got the sponsors here. Doc, what do you think? Can we clear them? Like, well, no, I can't clear them just yet, but we can reevaluate in a couple of weeks, oi. So then Senator Fred Thompson turns his chair around. I'd like to talk to you about reverse mortgages. Instead, no, he talks about the Japanese inspection method or whatever, about lettuce being imported, but if you just wait long enough, it just rots away and you don't have to worry about it. And I'm like, cool. Anywho,
But just so you guys know, they gave him the name Big John, which was a not so subtle hint at Big Bill France. You know, the head of NASCAR or whatever. That's who he was supposed to be in that particular instance there, if anybody was paying attention.
and Eric, obviously I know who that is, but for the people who may not know that are listening, is Bill France like the king of NASCAR?
Is he the commissioner?
He's the guy that invented NASCAR, basically, that started it.
Invented driving in a circle?
The sanctioning body NASCAR.
The governing body.
Yeah.
He puts the ass in NASCAR?
Yeah, there you go. That's the simple answer.
But all right, Big John, he's like, well, you boys gonna have dinner with me tonight. Together. You're gonna drive there together. And okay, this whole next scene where it's like,
Yes.
they're arguing over who's going to drive the car or whatever. I'm like, get a fucking taxi. Or Senator Thompson, do yourself a favor, hire somebody to drive them. Hell, they can be drinking shine in the back of a trailer. Probably not best for their concussions or whatever, but
No.
get them there on time on your own terms.
This is like dodgeball. If you're a professional driver, you don't hire someone else to drive for you. That's like Ben Stiller. No one makes me bleed my own blood, right? They're going to drive themselves wherever they're going.
Is that what that was about?
Yes.
He's a professional bleeder, so nobody helps me bleed my own blood?
Yeah. Steve, did you not get that?
I must have missed the subtext. And also, because we're honoring Robert Duvall and Harry, we do get the scene where he talks to Lady Doctor and is like, ma'am, I would like to apologize for my friend putting your hand on his shaft. That was purely my fault, because you see, a couple days ago, I reenacted a porn on the side of a highway for him, and he thought you were just a continuation of that.
He just thought you were a hooker.
But she's like, oh, good, mate. Here, have a Vegemite sandwich. I come from the land down under.
Good Lord.
But anyway, so cool. I entertain the fuck out of myself. Oh, then we cut to her, like, going to her car in a parking lot.
BMW 3 Series.
You know, like any woman feels safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, Tanya? Izzy? Yeah?
Well, I mean, as a not very attractive woman, I don't have this problem.
Oh, you don't have Tom Cruise randomly running up to you while you're trying to get in your car and being like, hey, I'd like to apologize for having you grab my shaft earlier. It was a misunderstanding. Oh, no, your dad told me about it or whatever. No big whoop.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Cruise. I'm not interested in Scientology. Have a good night.
Izzy was like, just tell him you're gay. Like, but no, he stalks her for a little bit and she's like, no, let me take you to dinner. Let me take you to a race, please, pretty please. I don't know. Cruz and Rowdy, they're on their way and they're like, all right, we've reached an agreement. You're not driving the car and I'm not driving the car. Blah blah blah. I know how we can settle this. We're gonna rent some cars and apparently race them to dinner.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Trading pain along the way because
we're manly men.
Because it's awesome. It's one of the classic scenes of this movie. It's amazing.
And they opted for insurance on the rental cars, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're fine. Yeah. They signed it Big John, so he's got a surprise for him later that week. You know.
Just think, we talk about other movies where scenes could be deleted from the movie and it would make absolutely no difference to the movie. If you remove this part of the movie, it all falls apart. It's a house of cards. Like, you have to have this scene, kind of like the ice cream scene earlier. This is Days of Thunder right here.
But this race between these two guys randomly on public roads, better or worse than Jeff Bridges and James Woods in Against All Odds?
Ooh, yeah. In Against All Odds, they didn't damage the cars, but there was that pucker
Exactly.
moment.
That's why it's better.
This is better.
No. And we had this conversation a while ago. We were both right, because I think I said it was a race between two Luminas, and you said no, it was two Tauruses, but it was a Lumina and a Taurus.
And a Taurus. Oh, Ford versus Chevy.
Guess what? We don't care if these two cars hit each other. We
Pretty
care
much.
if the Porsche and
the Ferrari.
Ferrari hit each other.
But the epic thing about that scene is when they're coming across the bridge and the semi's coming at them, the car on the left goes up onto the curb.
Yes.
Blow the tire out.
Oh, yeah.
How did it not blow the tire out?
Hollywood, baby. Hollywood.
Reinforced. It took 4 takes.
And 6 tori.
Yeah, exactly. A whole lot of Illuminatis, or whatever the plural of Illumina is.
Well, we didn't see the ramp that was there
There's that too. Yes.
from the backward shot.
And then the turbo kicked in.
VTEC.
They finally show up to dinner late, and I'm like, weren't you fuckers racing? Shouldn't you be there early?
They took that much time arguing.
They just kept going in circles.
Also, Steve, what was the last time you got out of a car rental place in under an hour?
That's true. Well,
And they did the scenic route up the beach.
Yes.
oh yeah, they went to race the Mulholland Drive or whatever, like in King of the Mountain. That's what it was.
Exactly.
They ran into Dennis Hopper, but that's all a deleted scene. So
I was thinking the beach scene may have possibly been kind of like an homage because Daytona originally did go out onto the beach.
That is correct.
The original Daytona
Oh.
was on the beach, so I didn't know
That
if it
is
was
correct.
an homage to that as
Yes.
a thing.
but it doesn't now because
Safety.
NASCAR is pussies. Okay,
Safety.
NASCAR is pussy.
yeah. There's got to be more water hazards and sand traps and stuff in NASCAR racing. I agree.
You have this confused with golf.
I'm just saying, I haven't seen anybody jump through a ring of fire in years.
Yeah, Vegas. There's got to be people at crosswalk. You know, like. Oh wait, I'm sorry. That's F1, right? I don't know.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, so they're a little late, and they say because of car trouble, and it's I've written down, you're both fired. Roll credits, guys. What do we think?
Ba-bow.
This is the guy, guys. You gotta put your shit aside, but blame it on the concussion.
I will blame it on the concussion, though.
No, it's boys will be boys. That's the message here.
Well,
No, I saw that in Star Trek once, and I believe Picard used it to get a kid off of a murder rap.
Yes, there's that too. Yes.
I believe that's another Riker maneuver. But guys, we have one more boy to enter this Boys Will Be Boys story. We're introduced to Russ Wheeler, played by Carrie Elwes. There we are.
Carrie Ells.
Or however you might say his name.
Elways. Carrie Elways.
Dr. Saw, I believe.
There you go.
That's who he is, Steve, the guy from Psych.
The guy from like 10 episodes of
Yes.
Psych. And nothing else.
He's driving the Hardee's car. Out west, that's Carl's Jr., right? For those that don't know what Hardee's is.
Yeah.
It's Carl's Jr., yeah.
He's just the new driver that's going to be taking over for you for a couple races, Cole, while you're on the mend from your possibly career-ending injuries.
Wait, no. While you're stalking the doctor for her home address.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, yeah. Yeah, starts calling like, oh yeah, she said she wanted me to go to her office. Where was that again, though? I got a concussion. I don't remember. But sends a lot of flowers and a side order of harassment. I do like during the scene, though, that it ends with him asking her, how tall are you?
Right?
Are you always this tall? Do I need to walk around in 8-inch platforms or something? Like,
So awkward.
Mr. Cruz, we're ready to begin recording.
yeah, exactly.
Now, allegedly, as legend has it, this is the point at which Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman did start getting together, like in real life.
This is when they fell in love?
That's what I had heard.
That's what I recall as well.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, because I know Far and Away was probably right after this, and I know that was when I think they got married or something. But that makes sense.
Exactly.
So she turned 18, is what I heard. No, well, because BMX Bandits was like 3-4 years before, that's why I say it. So yeah, we get a nice little date montage, and of course, because Tom Cruise is cool as shit, he drives a Jeep. But guys, he's got to get a physical exam. Got to check him out, make sure he's able to drive, or at least start practicing and stuff again, getting behind the wheel, you might say. Dr. Kidman, of course, is the one that has to do the exam. He starts leaning in, going for the kiss, actually gets one in, and she no-sells that shit like The Undertaker. Like, she's just like, yep, anyway, you can pull your pants up, we're done here. And of course, as he's like zipping up or whatever, he like goes walking out and he's like, I'm sorry, I don't know what that was all about. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. And of course, then she's immediately all over him and they head to Pound Town, guys. Boom. And then this is where we cut to the scene of, them lying in bed on silk sheets. And Tom Cruise is explaining the concept of drafting using the sweet and low packets.
Yeah.
And all I can think of is, man, I wish they were raw dogging on ancient ruins.
But did anybody else wonder who the hell has sweet and low packets in bed?
They're in a hotel.
It didn't look like a hotel room.
Even that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they got the coffee maker on the side table. Like, I don't know, man.
Did they have coffee makers in the hotels in the 90s? It seems like a more modern thing to have that.
Steve, you're working in hotels then, according to your
That's-
original hire date.
I was hired several months later when I was 10 years old, but
For anyone who doesn't know, Steve's company has been convinced for the last
35 years.
35 years that Steve was hired when he was 10.
That's awesome.
I hate to break their heart, so I just haven't told them. We'll see how my pension
But
goes.
he has been enjoying his 30th anniversary Bose sound system.
But talk about product placement. You're putting a sweet and low packet on Nicole Kidman's leg and making vroom vroom sounds. And you're getting mansplained by a guy that 30 minutes ago said he doesn't know shit about cars and he doesn't know anything about racing. But this whole scene tracks, right?
He's learned a lot.
Yeah.
Robert Duvall's a good teacher, is the moral of the story.
Is that what it is? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and it tracks so well they used it again 7 years later in Armageddon with animal crackers.
Yeah.
God.
Wait, that wasn't a Tony Scott movie, was it? Shit,
No,
who directed
Mr. Ridley.
Oh, it was Michael Bay. Michael Bay
Michael
did.
Bay.
That's right. That's right. Hey, Michael, would it be easier if we just taught astronauts how to... Shut the fuck up, Ben! Greatest commentary ever made. So yeah, then because they're in post-coital bliss or whatever, and Nicole Kidman's trying to change conversation because she doesn't give a fuck about racing, she says, so what do you want to be when you grow up, mate?
No answer.
It's up there with later when she asks, what are you thinking about? And I'm like, oh, god damn it.
Cut to a motorcycle music love montage.
Yeah, nice little Pound Town scene, like straight out of Top Gun again.
Yep.
I'm surprised we didn't hear Berlin come in. Boom, 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 boom.
Danger zone!
That's K-Log. But we also find out during this that, like, you know, Tom Cruise, he likes to be in control. And of course, Dr. Kidman's like, show me, little daddy. And, you know. So then we cut to them going to visit Rowdy at his farm because he hasn't checked in with Lady Doctor because my family don't go to hospitals less than they did or whatever, right?
Yep.
Or no, I guess at first, that's right. We get the scene where Rowdy's like out on the lake or whatever. And he's talking with his wife about like, oh yeah, we're just going to build a new mansion over there on that island. And, you know, we'll use the other one for scrap.
But all this
An Airbnb or whatever. You know, he's been successful for many years. He's very rich. But then he gets seasick for the first time ever. And so, you know, I guess the wife called the doctor. So she comes, checks him out. And, you know, he's dizzy or whatever. When he like closes his eyes, loses the equilibrium and falls. And so it's like, well, I'm going to recommend you talk to my boss. He's the head of neuroscience at the hospital since you obviously don't trust lady doctors.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody else find it curious as to, like, from watching it years ago up till now, how prior to this point, Cole and Rowdy like hate each other's guts, but then he shows up at his place and they're cordial with each other. And
Because they became friends with the Lumina Taurus race. Then they smiled at each other at the table, and then they were friends.
Yeah, when they lied about car trouble. It's kind of a heated rivalry, you might say.
Oh.
Mm.
These
Guys.
don't do gay hockey players.
Oh man, NASCAR fans watching heated rivalry. That's something I gotta watch.
Mm.
That's the commentary track you really want?
That's the one I want. Like, oh, what do they do? Oh my god! Oh, oh my goodness! They're friends. High sticking. Anyway, guys, we're watching ESPN highlights, and Russ, he's winning some races, and Dennis Quaid's like, man, with all these races you're winning, I'm able to get a second team going here. But there might be a potential conflict down the road when Cole, you know, Tom Cruise starts coming back in. Oh well, no one cares. So we cut to Atlanta. Tom Cruise is back and he's driving, but he seems upset and distracted, and we're seeing through his eyes, and his vision's like a little blurry when he's checking his rearview mirrors and stuff. Oh man, he blew an engine, like intentionally, just like, I don't know, dropping it and running at like 10,000 RPMs or whatever. And
He grenaded the engine, as they say.
yep.
And Harry, you know, Robert Duvall, he's back in the movie again. He knows what Tom Cruise done because he's got the little telltale thing he pushes on that says what the RPMs were when the engine blew, and it's like, oh, yep, there we go. That'll do it.
Yep.
We cut back to Rowdy because he's being checked out by the head of neuroscience or whatever, and he's got a hemorrhage in his head, and you got to get that shit checked out.
That's it for him.
We cut to the next race, so a week later or whatever, right? That's like once a week. In Wilkesboro. I don't know, we get the line like, drivers don't want to be reminded of their mortality or whatever. Like, I think Harry's talking to the lady doctor or whatever.
Oh, yeah, like, that's why nobody will come see you.
During the race, Russ, he blocks Tom Cruise in the pit or whatever by doing a shit parking job, which I think today would get him a lap fine or something like that, like a penalty or whatever.
Definitely something.
Tom Cruise ends up like running into the wall or whatever, trying to pass him or be aggressive or whatever, and Russ wins. Yay! And NASCAR does nothing.
Different times, Steve. It was different times back then. You get away with more.
They want the carnage.
So do the fans, but we don't get that anymore.
Other than just the parking that he did there in pit row, he bumped him, and there's supposed to be no contact at all and got to be below speed. Things that would not fly today.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. And Tom Cruise was going, what, like 80 miles an hour or some shit there in pit row or whatever when, like, the guy pulls out and, like, oh, shit, that whole thing. And I'm like, you're driving like an asshole, dude. Like, you know the rules. It's pit stop. But, you know, Russ, he's doing his victory lap, and Tom Cruise is like, I need a change of tires. And I'm like, but the race is over, dude.
Just like Thunderbolt.
No, change the tires.
It's like Thunderbolt.
Yeah. Pops in gear. Fucking runs right into Russ's car. And I'm like, well, and you're never being in NASCAR again. You got to at least wait until they're, you know, pouring the beer or the champagne or whatever on him. Then you just run up and knee him in the nuts and give him an uppercut. Like,
there you go.
You know, like the good old days.
Yeah.
Can't attack him with a weapon.
Since he did it the more safe route by attacking the car, because he had all this safety gear on, so it's safer that way, right?
1,000%.
Oh, yeah, you know what? You won me over. 6 months suspension. That's all. But of course, Randy Quaid, he's like, oh, that son of a bitch wrecked both my cars. Fuck this guy. You're fired. No. Yeah, we then cut to the Hilton. Cole, he's, I don't know, taking Lady Doctor to the airport, ... for some reason. And she's like, you seen Rowdy yet? And of course, he's like, no, I haven't been out to see him. And then the world's worst taxi driver pulls up behind him and bumps the car for some reason.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And then, oh yeah, we just have to race. I have a race confrontation with this random ass taxi car for some reason.
This is Brad's favorite scene. He always likes to quote, let me out of the car, Cole.
Let me out of the car. You know, yeah, she gets out. She's super angry. And, you know, of course, she's like, look, I get it. You're fucking scared. I'm not scared. Well, you're in denial. That's just as bad. Control is an illusion, you idiot. They just, like, stare for a bit. And it was this scene in particular where, like, the Aussie was really coming out. Oh, you bastard! Yeah, so then Tom Cruise decides, you know what? I'm going to go see Rowdy. And, of course, he's at home playing pool. Apparently they have, like, 8 kids running around the house, and the wife's just at her wit's end or whatever. But
she has a new baby.
Yeah, new baby. Probably another one on the way. You know how it is. Talking to Rowdy. Rowdy's like, you know, it's that lady doctor's fault. And he's like, uh-huh, really? Hey, what's this trophy here for? Well, does it say on there? Yeah, that's the Winston Cup. That's an easy one to forget, though. That's not like a huge thing.
No, not at all.
And then this is where Tom Cruise, like, pulls out the pool cue, and he's like, well, you can fix it there at the hospital, or we can fix it here and just knock you out. What's it going to be? Yeah. And I'm like, I am not intimidated by Tom Cruise at all.
Right?
Like, even the slightest. I'm sorry. So we cut to the hospital. Basically, they're like, yeah, so Rowdy's got a pretty bad little hemorrhage thing going, and he may be able to come out of the hospital, but he's never going to drive again. And I'm like, oh no. He's going to need that special brain surgery from the head of neuroscience. That's right. And then Rowdy's like, mind if I talk with Cole for a minute? Alone? And this is where he's going to, like, you know, confess his love and say, I can't quit you. And, you know, right?
He pulls out, what are the other sugar pack? He pulls out a Domino.
Yeah, he's like,
NutraSweet.
I want to teach you a lesson in leverage. What do you know about the concept of a power bottom? Because you see, you take this packet. So, no, Ben said, he's like, Cole, I want you to drive my car at Daytona. No?
I got a bunch of unpaid land, and I got to take care of my family, and my sponsors, they bet on me, not on my car, so I need you to be me for a while.
It's going to be best for my family and, you know, yeah, pay the bills and everything. Cole's just like, before he answers, he just, like, kind of leaves. You never really gave him an answer. He's like, that sound like He's like, and then, like, walks past Lady Doctor or whatever. He's like, I gotta go talk to Harry. Meanwhile, I'm like thinking like Michael Rooker back in his hospital bed, like, was that a fucking yes? Did I pass out? What happened?
Well, and it's also sort of like, did Randy Quaid fire him? We never really saw that. Like he was yelling at him about hitting the other car, but it's not like he canceled him as a driver. He had two cars. It could have been. There's like a whole bunch of politics here that it would just we sort of skipped over, and that's fine because we're leading to this point where he's filling in for Rowdy.
I think it's because both Randy Quaid's cars got wrecked. Tom Cruise doesn't even have a car to drive.
But that's not true because Carrie Elways drove for
Yeah,
Randy
Carrie
Quaid.
Ells was.
No, he was fired.
Yeah, he was fired, right? Because he was the cause of it or something.
He
Yeah,
and
okay.
Robert Duvall were both fired.
Yeah, okay, that's why Duvall's back on the farm because I gotta go talk to Harry. And yeah, of course Harry's like, "What? Why won't you fix the car?" And he's like, "Because I knew you blew the engine. You're scared, but I can't do it without you, Harry." Okay, cool.
And doesn't also at that point when they're talking, he starts referring back to when it was his brother that died.
Yeah.
He's like, the wall didn't kill him. He was rambling at 1,000,000 miles a minute, all the way up 20. He made contact with the wall. And he's like, you're in the same state of mind. He's like, I'm going to have you kill yourself.
Man, you sound just like him.
Yeah, like he said earlier in the movie, like died of a heart attack, John C. Reilly's dad or whatever.
Yeah.
But then he's like, there was a rumor there was a CO2 leak from, trying to take out certain things to make it lighter or whatever. And like, no, it was nothing like that. This is bullshit. No investigation needed. No further questions, Your Honor. Yeah, I don't know. They just have a little screaming match, acting. But then he breaks it down. It's like, trust me, Harry, I won't make a fool out of you. And then the soft music starts playing.
Oh my God.
And they head straight to Pound Town.
Oh, jeez.
No, but yeah, definitely the music that was coming on. It's like, what's about to happen?
Went to the bar and roll in the hay.
Yeah.
Domino sugar packets, man. I'm telling you.
So, guys, we then immediately cut to the morning of Daytona. Man, that was quick.
I wrote down Mellow Yellow time, baby.
Yeah.
I like the old Mellow Yellow logo. I missed that. The new one's not that nice.
All the logos were better in the 80s and 90s, man. But Harry, he's talking with the car again. Oh, baby.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna get you so fast. Oh, what's that? Oh, you're leaking a little bit. Oh, that's to be expected.
Overexcited.
But then we got to the interviews with like the other drivers, and they're all like, "Oh yeah, Cole Truckle, yeah, I hope he's able to come back from his concussion." Blah blah blah. It's everybody's like trying to be like super nice about blah blah blah. And then they cut to Russ, and he's like, "I don't think he should be on the goddamn track. He's a goddamn danger to everyone around him, and I hope he dies in a fiery wreck."
Near me, I'm putting him in the wall.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna put him into a wall, just like Dale Earnhardt. Whoop, too soon. Never mind. Scratch that. So then the doctor, lady doctor, she goes to visit Cole, and she says, yeah, Rowdy's totally doing better. Yeah, totally. Like, I don't know, just the way, like, he was asking, like, how's Rowdy? And she's like, he's doing better. He's in God's hands now. I don't know. He's in a better place.
They ran out of lines for her.
And oh, that's right. And then this is when she asks, what are you thinking about? And I'm like, oh, God damn it. This is
terrible writing at this point.
And then he's like, I'm more afraid of being nothing than of getting hurt. And then we cut to Russ, and this is the first time I'm like realizing in the movie, Russ is Iceman. Like he's got the Val Kilmer blonde haircut going. He's got the aviator glasses on. I'm surprised he didn't make little chomping motions at Tom.
He's also Sacha Baron Cohen in Talladega Nights.
Ricky Bobby, I will defeat you.
Pretty much.
And then I will sip my espresso. Tom Cruise, he's got a new engine in the car. What? How'd you get that? We can't afford that. Like, I stole it, says Harry. And then we glance over, and Randy Quaid gives a little knowing nod or whatever. Like, oh, see, they can still be friends. But ladies and gentlemen, start your engines, because we're about to race.
Yeah.
It's Daytona 500 time. It's time for the 500.
That's right. Tom Cruise, he's got to start last. Why? Because he's the shortest. No, I don't know. I guess because he's like a last-minute substitution or whatever.
We lined up by height.
Yeah. Yeah, that Dale Earnhardt Jr. is a tall drink of water, so we'll give him at least a top 3 pole position. Big wreck again, a lot of oil on the track, but you got to watch it. Oh, shit. And they're showing like the exact same smoky footage from the first wreck or whatever, and Tom Cruise just gets all quiet, and he's not talking to Harry. And he drives on through it. And then we get triumphant music. Yay! That must have meant something. He's battling his fears and just gunning it through potentially dangerous situations. All right, he's ready to go. So then we start rubbing, and there's 23 laps left, and I'm like, fuck, that was a quick race.
Why can't it be like that in real life?
Yeah, right. Welcome to the Daytona 50.
Yeah. Where did the other 227 laps go, right? It's like
Yeah.
good night.
Yeah, but Russ, he's rubbing on Cole, and my accelerator's stuck. I can't slow down. I'm gonna go fast, mama. Spins out, but then gets control, pulls it back out, and they're racing and racing. Oh, my accelerator's loose though. Thank God, I almost died. But my transmission's fucked. Okay, well, that sucks. Quick, we gotta get a pit stop. All right, I gotta get out here in 45 seconds. I gotta get in front of that pace car. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, they end up pushing them out. Like they got the whole crew team of 5 people or whatever. And then Randy Quaid's crew team starts pushing them out too. Oh my gosh, they're working together again to get out in front of that pace car. Oh. So he's in like 9th place with 8 laps left, and I'm like, well, okay, I think he's done then, right? Good job, guys. Maybe settle for a top 5 finish, get that purse, and he helped Rowdy pay off his bills. Roll credits. No, he's gonna draft Russ. Fall behind like sweet low packet, sweet and tight and behind. And Russ says, "None of my watch, bitch," and puts him in the wall a couple times. And then it's the last lap, and I'm like, well, that was quick. And they're drafting again. He fakes high, and of course Russ is like, well, he's going high, obviously. But no, then he cuts in low. Oh my God, he got the inside track, and he gets the win.
I literally wrote down, listen to that Top Gun music as he wins
That's
the
right.
500.
Yeah.
He's the best around. Everybody down and bodies all around. Yeah, there's a nice big pit celebration, and and Russ comes over and says, "You could be my wingman anytime, Maverick." And and the lady doctor stayed to watch from the stands, and he sees Harry, and they have a chat with tears in their eyes. He says, "There's nothing you can't do in a race car. Well, let's get our ass to victory lane. I'll race your ass." And they run off. Freeze frame, roll credits, guys. We've completed almost an entire week of Thunder.
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
So I guess, would you guys recommend this movie?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The classic.
Yeah.
Would you guys recommend this movie?
I don't know, babe, would you recommend this movie?
You know what? Yeah. This is one of those movies you have to watch so that other things become funnier when they make fun of it.
This walked so Talladega Nights could run.
Exactly.
This walked so Driven could run. I don't know. I'm going to be contradictory here. This is probably the worst movie we've seen.
What?
Worse than Senior Moment. Worse than... I'm sorry. I was just trying to compare this to The Stuntman or whatever. Obviously the worst movie we've ever seen. Can't believe you guys keep bringing that up. The movie's
You're
great.
the one that brought it up this time. I wasn't even going to go there
Yeah.
because this is probably the best movie we've ever watched. By
What?
far.
Better than The
Yes!
Fall Guy? Come on.
Yes, dude. I was about to say that this might be the first time we all have consensus that this movie is awesome, and then you had to go throw a wrench in the gears talking about it's the worst movie. What? This is a classic.
Look, it's no Driven, but it's okay.
As far as racing movies go, because The Fall Guy isn't really a racing car movie. It's still a very good movie.
Yeah.
But as far as like really racing movies, like, yes, this is
Yeah,
the bar.
this is no Against All Odds.
The only racing movie that might be better than this, but you have to be able to stomach it because it's 10 times longer, is Steve McQueen's Le Mans.
That is a long movie.
It is ridiculously long and it has very little dialogue in it, which is awesome into itself. So as racing movies go, to Tanya's point, this one is like the pinnacle. It's right up there.
And the most realistic, too.
That's just it. You can't bitch about the racing scenes in this that much. There's some stupid stuff like we talked about when they're 3 wide and whatever, but for the most part, you're like, they're going around in a circle, they're doing NASCAR things.
Not to jump to what have I learned. One of the things I learned is that actually they really raced those cars in real NASCAR races for the footage.
Yeah, I was
It's
gonna
like
say,
the
I thought-
F1 movie.
Yeah.
So a lot of the footage was actually real. Some good portion of it was not, but a lot of it was. They would race as like unscored entries, like in races, just to get the footage.
Well, on that note, do we want to start getting into some fun facts about this movie?
Oh, I've got another fun fact.
Oh, do you need a commercial break first?
Oh, well, since you mentioned it, We're going to take a quick commercial break. Oh, but when we come back, we have more beer, fun facts,
What?
and what we learned from Days of Thunder.
Yeah.
There's so many podcasts out there. How do I find the one for me?
For so long, I've searched for podcasts all over, but none of them seem to fit my needs. Where is my Nick Cage Pissin' Fire podcast? Where's my monkey tickling? I couldn't find it anywhere until I found the Everything I Learned from Movies podcast with Steve and Izzy. And now I get to hear about all the monkey tickling I want, baby.
So many podcasts out there are all talk and no Congo. That's why I listen to Everything I Learned from Movies.
Greatest living actor? Nicolas Cage, of course. That's why I listen to Everything I Learned from Movies.
One-liners, plot holes, gratuitous boobies? Fun fact, that's why I listen to Everything I Learned from Movies.
See if Everything I Learned from Movies is right for you at EILF Movies. That's Everything I Learned from Movies on Twitter, Facebook, or Patreon. Free on all the major podcatchers.
Oh, you guys should totally give us a promo to put here.
If you're into anything with wheels and a motor, log on to the Motoring Podcast Network and check out our family of podcasts at motoringpodcast.net. This is the place to find your favorite new show. And finally, Grand Touring Motorsports, covering all aspects of auto racing and motorsports history. Check out their e-zine at gtmotorsports.org. All the links for our sponsors are in the description.
And we're back.
Oh my God, Steve. Greatest ads that I've read in the history of adding.
Oh, she said a hit.
They get better every week.
Sorry, what were you saying, Eric?
I said, you got to say it like Hulk Hogan. Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder, brother.
Brother. Step into Slim Jim. Just go full on like Macho Man after that.
That's Macho Man, yeah.
Yeah.
Surprised that wasn't in this movie. Would anyone be interested in any fun facts about this movie?
Yes.
Are they fun facts, super fun facts, because fun facts?
Oh, she said it. Well, Tanya, you want to start us off?
Yes, I have one that Eric might appreciate.
Ooh. I didn't do any fun facts this time, so I'm ready to be impressed.
Your favorite scene in the whole movie
The ice cream scene?
is actually based on it really happening.
No! Are you for real?
Apparently, that incident actually occurred with Hendrick Motorsports in 1987.
Wow. Because I was thinking when you just said that Bobby Rahal was sponsored by Otter Pops and they had ice cream in the pit, but that was IndyCar and not NASCAR. So that's really interesting. Oh,
Apparently, a lot of all the people's interactions are mirrored off relationships that actually occurred in NASCAR, rivalries and whatnot.
See, Steve, we've just elevated this movie to based on a true story.
Based on several true stories. Yes, Days of Thunder.
Loosely.
But okay, so if that's the case, then Disney's Pixar's Cars is the exact same thing because a lot of those scenes are taken. So is Cars is based on true events as well.
You got to follow the family tree here. Stroker Ace, Days of Thunder, Talladega Nights, Disney's Cars. That's the order of operations. Brad is in agreement.
So, funnily enough, the character that Cole Trickle is sort of, or the real life person Cole Trickle's character is loosely based off of, apparently cameoed very briefly in Stroker Ace.
Oh.
Jeff Gordon?
No, he's not based off Jeff Gordon. He's based off a guy named Tim Richmond, who was kind of like a hothead, came from nowhere guy, I guess.
Dick Trickle?
So the name was based off Dick Trickle, yes.
Yeah.
But it's like an amalgamation of a couple different people.
Interesting.
Yes.
Based on a true story. Look at that.
All right, guys. Well, Rotten Tomatoes. What do we think the critics thought of Days of Thunder?
The critics?
Critics.
This was critics back in 1990, right?
Sure.
Or they recriticed.
Or it's Rotten Tomatoes, so some from 90s and some since then, but yeah.
It's probably somewhere near 50%, but under 50%.
47.
We'll go 50 because Brad said 47. What else we got?
I'm going to go with Izzy's 69 because of the sweet low packets.
So I'm thinking like it's got to be around like 65, 66%.
Yeah, I think so.
If I recall commercials on TV for back then, they were saying it was critically acclaimed.
They made amusement park rides out of Days of Thunder. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Izzy, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with 82.
Ooh.
That's probably the person vote.
Brad is closest, 38% with the critics.
Should
But
have gone with my 17.
nobody gives a fuck about the critics. What about that audience score? 108%, Bob.
78.
It's above 70, probably close to 80.
So she's 78 as well.
I'll go with 80.
I'm going 79.
I'm going to go 87.
Izzy?
I'm gonna go with little 6-pound, 8-ounce baby Jesus.
Is that a 68?
6.
Oh, 6?
I don't know.
No. Well, audience score is 60%.
Oh,
Barely
really?
fresh. Barely. Budget was $60 million. Any guesses on the worldwide gross? Days of Thunder 2 never happened.
It's called Talladega Nights.
Which allegedly might be in the works for the last 2 years, but I don't know if that's
What?
true.
It took forever for the second Top Gun to be made, so
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
about
true.
time.
Yeah.
It's about time.
Spaceballs 2's coming out, so
Yeah, Cocktail 2.
The problem is they can't get Dr. Lewicki back for Days of Thunder 2.
Oh no, where are we going to find a gorgeous Australian model to be a doctor?
Just get Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie's calling. Hello?
I mean, considering all the swag, the posters, the amusement park rides, all the stuff around Days of Thunder, I mean, 60 million is what it cost. Worldwide gross, after all this, it's got to be a quadrillion. Like, I mean,
does all the merch fall in for the movie?
No, but I think he's just asking box office gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's a half a quadrillion. Like, it's a lot.
We'll just say $1 billion since
I don't know.
No, I'm going to say 200.
Wait. It's in that period where Days of Thunder and Batman and Terminator were all sort of like jockeying for position. So it's got to be like 120 million or 100. It's in the 100 million range.
Sir, you already said a quadrillion, so your vote's been put in with your careful calculations there.
Thank you for helping the others with their vote.
Yes.
Anybody else?
$27 in a 6-pack.
I refrain from voting as I know the answer.
I would say they did well and be like 250 mil range.
Brad is closest, 157.9 worldwide, according to what I saw on
More
IMDb.
than double.
Yeah, more than double, but you know.
Some reason, I guess, because at that time it was one of those things that was out there everywhere, if I recall. Because especially the Hardee's deal. Because
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I got up a couple minutes ago to look for it because I can't find it. I know I have it still. Back in the day, you could get in the Happy Meals with Hardee's. They had the little like Matchbox cars of the various ones, the mellow yellow one,
Yeah.
the super one, the Hardee's one, and I still have the Hardee's one somewhere. Thought I had it in the box in here in the closet, but it's the wrong box.
It was marketed very well.
You
Yes.
got Russ Wheeler's Matchbox. You got the loser car.
I had all three
I
of
won
them.
a couple races.
It didn't get played with much. So that's probably why it still exists.
I can't find it. He doesn't get. It's like whatever.
Nice. I seem to remember this. I think it was Pizza Hut. Like when you would buy a pizza, you could get a VHS tape. I want to say it was like Days of Thunder, Land Before Time, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Oh,
Like it was that time frame. Like
You're
I think
right.
Days of Thunder was one of those movies where it's like you buy a pizza or two and you get a free movie.
That was around the same time of like do the reading and you got a free pan pizza.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
remember that
exactly.
too. Yeah.
Oh, Dances with Wolves is one of them. Yeah.
Tatanka.
Tatanka.
We never did like Pizza Hut or any of that.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's how we got Land Before Time and,
Perfect. Yeah,
and,
that's what
Dances with Wolves. Normally my dad would go to Costco because back in the day, guys, Costco was only for people with a business license, and my dad would use his business license, and they would get the VHSs 2 weeks before release,
Oh wow.
and they would be like $7.99,
Wow.
Nice.
which was like 3 weeks worth of wages in our house.
All right.
So out west, because you guys originally in California, like at Magic Mountain and stuff, did they have the Days of Thunder ride like we did at King's Dominion? And even Kings Island in Ohio, it's the same thing. They had the Days of Thunder ride. So did they have it out west as well?
I've never been to Magic Mountain because I was down south. Steve grew up in Utah, so I don't know.
Oh.
Did Lagoon have it?
No. Well, yeah,
Um,
but I mean, Lagoon doesn't have branded stuff like that.
So do you guys know what it was?
I think like maybe shit, what's the one in San Jose? I'm blanking on it.
Oh, Great America?
Great America. I think Great America had it for a while.
So what was interesting about that is, all the hype around the Star Wars ones where you get in the little shuttlecraft and they would fly you around, the Death Stars. Well, the Days of Thunder ride was before that, and you got in like a 8-person thing and you replayed part of the race and you got all the effects and the stuff and you go through the smoke just like Cole Trickle did, and it's the Days of Thunder ride. And then there was a roller coaster later. It was like an indoor roller coaster or whatever, but the very first thing was like this whole movie experience type of deal. So I thought that was kind of cool. Again, a lot of hype around this movie for a very long time. Like it had a lasting effect.
Nice. Yeah, being like a race car simulator, even kind of thing. Like, yeah.
Oh, there were tons of
potential
arcade games. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride is famous for a reason.
Exactly. And E.T. on those bicycles, man.
Yeah.
But guys, the movie was conceived by Tom Cruise when he and Paul Newman were allowed to test one of Rick Hendrick's race cars. Tom's first lap was in excess of 180 miles per hour.
Oh, shit.
That's why he gets a riding credit, I guess.
That was fast for him, because that Datsun he was driving for Paul Newman was a dud.
Oh, man, and especially being 4'8" or whatever he is, that, like, just that'd be like going 300 miles an hour to him.
I'll have to send you guys the videos. He raced at one of the tracks closest to us. You can go to their like dining hall. They still have pictures of Tom Cruise on the wall when he raced there, like in the 80s with Paul Newman. It's
Hell
crazy.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie, I love that. I love when they have like the pictures on the walls of celebrities who haven't been in 40 years.
Yep.
Yeah, like I'm like, that means you're legit.
And production began without a finished script. What? Come on, Tom. Scenes were often written the day of filming. During one driving sequence, Tom Cruise actually had to read his lines off of cue cards attached to the windshield. And of course, that resulted in a minor car accident. For subsequent driving sequences, Cruise was fitted with a special earpiece so his lines could be fed to him.
What? Those lines weren't that difficult?
Yeah. Yeah. What way do you want me to turn, Harry? Left.
I need to pit.
That explains how the sugar packets wound up in the bed, because they were over at the break table in between scenes. And like, hey, jump in the bed real quick. He's like, okay, and just happen to have 2 sweet low packets with him.
Look, do you not believe that Nicole Kidman carries sweet and low packets in her coups at all times?
Oh my god.
Right next to the Vegemite. Oi, would you like it, Foster's?
Australian for beer. Oh, god.
So according to Dale Earnhardt Jr., Tom Cruise had a meeting with Dale Earnhardt Sr. prior to the production of the film. It was rumored that Earnhardt was offered the role of Rowdy Burns, but he turned it down because he didn't want to play the bad guy.
That's so funny.
But guys, even better, Tom Cruise wanted Kurt Russell for the role of Rowdy Burns.
Yes!
And it was through Cruise that Russell became aware of Backdraft and did that instead.
Oh,
Backdraft!
Kurt Russell with a head injury, sign me up.
Hell yeah!
I mean, isn't that the Olympics commercials he was in? Basically the same.
No. That was him doing Stuntman Mike.
That's right. Yeah, Stuntman Mike.
He's going to get those guys killed.
Unfortunately, you really got to be on this side of the race car. That would have been awesome.
Russell. Wow.
Oh, and then Goldie Hawn has her cameo as the wife with like 8 kids running around.
Oh, I could see that. Would have been good. That would have
been an extra star. That would easily put it over The Fall Guy for the best movie we've done. It's a little nod to Overboard or something. Anyway.
Yeah. It also would have cost them a lot more to make it, too.
Hey, this movie gets 2 stars for Robert Duvall by himself. He gets 2.
And 1 more because this was the feature film debut of Margot Martindale. Woo! Boom, 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 boom.
Who?
BoJack Horseman's Margot Martindale? Look it up, guys.
She's an amazing
Cocaine Bears Margot Martindale?
No.
I don't watch
I think she was on The Wire. I don't know.
Oh, wait. Who was she in this movie?
She plays Donna.
She's a wife?
She was in one scene at the beginning.
She's like the first person we actually see on screen.
Yeah, I think when they were doing when he was doing the practice lap in Rowdy's car, when we meet Tom Cruise for the first time, I think she's the one with the stopwatch that confirms that it was like a 31-second lap. Wow. Like it was a very small role.
Yeah.
Blink and you missed her.
Yeah, but we're like, oh, Margot Martindale.
Okay, yeah, I know who that is. Not from
her.
Not from the things you mentioned.
Yeah, she's in much more famous things than the ones we know her for, but
Which character is she in BoJack Horseman. She's in BoJack Horseman as one of the voices, right?
Yeah, she's the voice of Margot Martindale.
Yeah, she plays Margot Martindale.
No,
She plays herself.
I haven't
Yeah.
watched it sometimes.
There's
Okay.
8 episodes
Yeah.
in 6 years. I mean, it's pretty spread out, guys. It's a stretch.
But guys, we've reached the most important part.
Yes.
Besides this being Margot Martindale's feature debut, what else did we learn from Days of Thunder?
I would say, do you guys want to hear me go first?
Yes!
As the co-host? Okay. I learned from this movie that Nicole Kidman does in fact keep sweet and low in her coups at all times.
Yeah.
We're never going to let that go. I'm coming to the next one with sweet and low packets. I'm telling you. I'm going to put them in the
Sweeten up
background.
your half and half, love.
Oh.
See, those horrible. Mountain Man Dan?
I'd learned to always carry sweet and low packets to bed, but if they're already there, then I guess I don't have to.
I don't
There
trust
you
you
go.
with sweet and low packets.
No thanks, Turkish. I'm sweet enough.
Tanya?
I shared 2 things I learned already, but I would say a third thing is I think the movie still holds up.
I would agree.
Obviously, it's very condensed version of like NASCAR racing, where it's like it boils down to like 4 laps instead of 250 or 200 or whatever. But I'll say what I learned. I don't know shit about cars, but at least watching this movie, I can feel like, okay, yeah, I know a couple things, drafting and
You know how to draft.
yeah, how to drafting definitely. It's all about the tires and make sure the wear right. And if the weather's really hot, and you got to come in. I don't know shit.
I'll add one more thing for the fact that I haven't watched it in quite a few years. I learned there's a lot of little one-liners and things that I say that have come from this movie.
Yes, 100%.
Mhm.
100%. Yes, I
Like
agree.
a monkey fucking a football.
There was a lot of good
didn't
cursing.
realize that so much of your guys' nomenclature just came from this movie.
Yes.
Rubbing is racing.
I said there's a lot of good cursing in this movie.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Guarantee it. Like, son of a bitch. Like, I think you could have made a drinking game with how many times son of a bitch was said in this movie.
1000%.
The anniversary that we'll do that.
I learned 2 things. One, I learned that you can learn a lot about racing by watching ESPN.
Yeah.
The Ocho.
You'd be surprised at what you can learn on ESPN just by watching it.
Well, now it's YouTube.
And 2, I learned something about your podcast here. And if you say that this movie is just okay, I've learned not to trust Steve and Izzy's opinion when it comes to good movies, because I've heard some of the stuff you all have said were excellent movies, and I've seen them and I'm like, so
Dude.
I'm probably not going to get invited back. So to all those that are listening, bye. I love you all. I'll talk to you all later. Thanks.
Well, it's been nice knowing you, Brad. Enjoy watching Congo again.
Savage. Brad. Savage.
Brutal. This sounds like somebody who did not, in fact, watch Knockoff.
Nope. Did not watch Knockoff.
Coming
But
next
I
week.
watched The Fall Guy, and Fall Guy is definitely an excellent movie.
So I learned that Steve's a really good liar because I think he secretly thinks this movie is awesome. And what he said before is complete and total horseshit.
It's true. It's true. I do. I enjoyed this movie.
All right. I want to hear you confess because there's no way.
The beginning and end are obviously the best parts, but even the stuff in between, it's just a stupid fucking brain injury drama with Tom Cruise and Australian Amazon Nicole Kidman. I'm okay with that.
Oh, good. I'm glad you have confessed your sins. All right.
But now you know how I feel when they're like, oh, The Stuntman's the worst movie ever. Ah!
So what did I learn? I had a whole different what did I learn when I came into this movie, and it just got reset at the beginning. It's something that Tanya said. I learned that Tom Cruise is, quote, at least 5'7".
Approximately
5'7".
He's approximately my height.
Give or take 15 inches.
He'll take it.
Right?
Well, also, I just want to throw out there, Mountain Man Dan can confirm that I'm not exaggerating. Steve is legitimately 6'8", about 200 centimeters for your international viewers. So approximately somewhere between a third and a half, like about twice to, I don't know how to say it, but
I have no idea.
twice as tall as Tom Cruise.
Yes, 3'4" Tom Cruise. Fits right in your pocket, some say.
That metric system gets you every time, doesn't it?
I would say you're about twice as tall as the guys from AC/DC, right? You met them, right?
I mean,
Sweet
they are
little
pretty
packets is
short.
that?
Yeah, how
Yeah,
big is
that's a lot of
Sweet
sweet
Low?
low. Yeah.
All right. Well, before we close out, Steve, let's talk about the next movie we want to review with you guys. What do we got on the list still to cover?
Ooh. Man, I'm trying to think like a good car movie, racing movie.
It's not a full-length movie, but have you guys ever seen Susie the Little Blue Coupe?
The Cars thing?
It's like the precursor to Cars. Like it's like from like the 40s or 50s. It's a very, very old Disney short.
Oh,
And
yes,
it's
I think I
legitimately
have.
where they took the styling for for Cars. But it's only like 20 minutes long. Yeah, it's about Susie the Little Blue Coupe, how like she leaves the showroom and she's like the coolest car in the yard, and then like as she gets older, nobody wants her and she becomes a beater. Shenanigans ensue.
How sad.
Guys, I'm looking up car movies and Bambi the Reckoning popped up, so
Yeah.
I assume that's going to be our next one.
I mean, Tanya still hasn't watched the Formula One movie, so that's on the table.
Neither have we. Have you guys seen Driven?
A long time ago.
Yeah.
No, Steve, I got it. Our
Driver.
recommendation. Drive Angry.
Ooh, Drive Angry. There we go. Nicolas Cage.
What about Baby Driver?
What about Need for Speed?
Oh, I've seen that.
I actually never saw that.
It was half terrible.
Have you guys seen Drive Angry though? 2011?
No.
I've seen it.
Nick Cage?
Never heard of this.
I saw it a long time ago.
Nick Cage and Amber Heard.
Oh, that's a recipe for
Whoa.
crazy.
Wow.
And William Fichtner.
Thrown into hell for his crimes, brutal felon John Milton escapes from the fiery pit after cultists murder his daughter and take her baby. Instead of rescuing the child, John joins forces with a waitress who gives him her ex-lover's fire-red muscle car. Hijinks ensue.
What about Stroker Ace? That's on the list now.
You know what? Honestly, Stroker Ace, I'm down with something like that.
Little Dom DeLuise, little Bert.
Have you guys done Used Cars?
Is that good?
We talked about it.
I love that movie.
Yeah, Used
Not
Cars
with the
is a
one
good
with
one.
Kurt Russell?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm writing these
Kurt
down.
Russell inherits a used car dealership and shenanigans ensue.
I like it.
We talked about that one last time.
There's also boobies. They literally drive the plot forward.
Nice.
Guys, we mentioned Le Mans earlier and thinking it was like the longest movie ever made. It's only an hour 45.
It feels like the longest. It feels
Yeah,
like
it feels like 2.5
24
hours easy, but yeah. Anyway.
That's a Robert Zemeckis film. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is also a movie that I watched way too young, but I loved. I got in trouble for like showing it to my friends.
Well, it looks like we got plenty of things to cover as the year progresses. With that, I guess if people want to hear about other crazy movies that you guys want, or let me put that in quotations, good movies that you guys, not these based on a true story like Days of Thunder is, where can they find more of your reviews, Stephen Izzy?
I mean, Days of Thunder is basically a documentary.
Well, I believe you can find us everywhere at EILF Movies. That's
everything I learned from movies. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Bluesky. So yeah, hit us up, guys, to check us out. You can follow us on Patreon for free and get a lot of the updates, or throw a few shekels our way. You get exclusive episodes, early access to the rest of them. It's good stuff.
Oh,
Check
we
it
have
out.
some good Patreon exclusives coming up.
Hell yeah, we do.
Do you like 70-year-old guys in booty shorts?
Wasn't that Senior Moment?
I don't know how many booty shorts were in Senior Moment.
Not enough. Babe, are you on social media at all?
You know, you could find me everywhere at Untidy Venus. That's a goddess who's bad at housekeeping. I'm on all the social medias at Untidy Venus. You can also find me selling my goods and wares up and down the Wasatch Front. Steve, you're laughing. Are you thinking about the interview we did where I said my business name was Untidy Venus and the host of the podcast said that's unfortunate?
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad they're not a podcast anymore. No, I don't know. They're just fine. How about you guys? Where can we find you?
Much like you guys, we're all over the social medias and the Patreons and things like that. We have all banded together our creative powers under the banner of the Motoring Podcast Network, where you can find wonderful shows like Break Fix, The Motoring Historian, The Ferrari Marketplace, The Drive-Thru, and many, many others where you'll meet all sorts of wonderful personalities like the folks here tonight and others as part of the Motoring Podcast Network. So check us out at motoringpodcast.net.
Yeah, do it now.
And on that bombshell.
So I guess until next time, I'm Steve.
And I'm Izzy.
Oh, do we have to sing it?
And I'm Eric. And I'm Brian. Oh, well, we were going to let you guys say your names first, but...
Oh, that's okay. You did it. Go ahead.
And we're with everything I learned from movies. Have a good night, everybody.
And done.
If you like what you've heard and want to learn more about GTM, be sure to check us out on www.gtmotorsports.org. You can also find us on Instagram at Grand Touring Motorsports. Also, if you want to get involved or have suggestions for future shows, you can call or text us at 202-630-1770 or send us an email at crewchief@gtmotorsports.org. We'd love to hear from you.
Hey everybody, Crew Chief Eric here. We really hope you enjoyed this episode of Break Fix, and we wanted to remind you that GTM remains a no annual fees organization, and our goal is to continue to bring you quality episodes like this one at no charge. As a loyal listener, please consider subscribing to our Patreon for bonus and behind-the-scenes content, extra goodies, and GTM swag. For as little as $2.50 a month, you can keep our developers, writers, editors, casters, and other volunteers fed on their strict diet of Fig Newtons, gummy bears, and Monster. Consider signing up for Patreon today at www.patreon.com/GT Motorsports. And remember, without fans, supporters, and members like you, none of this would be possible.